Alright, first off, I'd like to say all praises to Yahawashi, double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Shalom to the brothers in the highways and byways pushing this word in all sincerity and truth. Shalom to the sisters, the believers, the helps, alright, or it's basically on this journey towards the kingdom of heaven through the spirit and power of Yahawashi. And this lesson basically is going to be another cut towards the virgin birth doctrine, right? Hopefully it's short as possible, right? Try to make it quick. And the inspiration of this video, basically, I was in a Spanish class, and the wording, right? The thing with Bible in English is that the whole structural of English sentences kind of help lead off people in the scriptures, right? So the whole fact that it is written in Old English, well, an upgraded version of the Old English, because you know if you look in the 1611, you will not see J, you won't see U, right? And so basically you will see a different type of writing system, right? Now with languages such as like Spanish, which you know Spanish come from the Latin, and you have Greek, you have the Hebrew. These other languages have more have an easier structure than English, because for example the English language with every rule is a exception, and certain dynamics of the language will complex to a person who don't understand it. For example, the word read and read, right? The past tense of read, which the two of them spell the same way, right? In terms of subject predicate relationships and things of that nature, right? So as we said, in the Old English, you kind of have the thing where the subject is always placed first. Like for example, in Spanish, if you're saying that you have a black chicken, you'd basically say polo negro, meaning you put the chicken first and then you describe it. Now at the same thing, you have similar dynamics like that in Hebrew, Greek, and Latin. And also we just realize that the English or the Old English kind of have that similarity as well, right? Especially with certain things, like if you hear what will I, like certain phrases like that, you know that it means what I desire or what I want, right? So it's structured differently. Now this phrase, for example, in the Spanish, this was the example that helped me to realize this and how it pertains to the virgin birth, right? If you're saying in Spanish, where is your brother's son? Seeing as how the son is what they really want to know about, it would come before brother. So in Spanish, it would says, ¿Dónde está el hijo de tu hermano? So it says you have, where is the son of your brother, right? So so you get the son first and then they get the brother after, because the son is the subject, right? And that is where in the scriptures you will say Joshua, the son of Nun. You wouldn't say Nun, let's say that basically you would have the father first. In other words, you wouldn't have the father first, the son would come first. And have a scripture here. This is Matthew 1 verse 16. Can start here. So it says and Jacob begot Joseph, right? So yeah, we're about to break this down with the concept of knowing that the subject come first. Now the scripture says and Jacob begot Joseph. So it tells us that Jacob gets someone said after it state this, right? Joseph, the husband of Mary. So Joseph now become the subject. First it was it tell about Joseph. So first it tell him father. Him tell us, look here, him come from him father Jacob, right? And Joseph is also the husband of Mary. Now this is the part where we get people tripped up more most of the time. It says the husband of Mary, of whom was born Yahawashi, who is called Christ, right? Now the part where it says of whom was born Yahawashi, because it says the husband of Mary, them think the part referring to Yahawashi being born um after the Mary. Now if you look up the word born there, it come from the Greek. I'll play it. Now play for some strange reason. Okay, now, right? And the first definition says of men who fathered children, right? To be born, to be begotten of. And then the second one to be not to be born, not a to be born. It says be to be begotten of women giving birth to children. So in English, once I start talk about born and children, the first attribute the first way up them usually attribute it is with women. Them usually put the connotation onto women, right? So that is where the English language strip them up. So when they say they would never think of saying Yahawashi being born of Joseph, because they must say man don't go in a labor. But you have a structure also in the Hebrew of um begot and bear, right? Which sometimes them use synonymously, but a man can be born of a man, so to speak. As weird as it sounds, because of the English language, it sounds weird. But really and truly, it just to tell you that Yahawashi come forth of the line of Joseph. That's what it means when it says a child is born of a man, meaning this is his father. So being Joseph is the subject, the husband of Mary. So it describes Joseph. It says, and Jacob begot Joseph, the husband of Mary. So that is a description of Joseph. Just like we say, if you say black chicken, you just say polo negro, right? You first state the subject and you start describe it. So Joseph, the husband of Mary, so they must specify who it is, of whom was born Yahawashi, of whom came forth Yahawashi, right? Because basically Yahawashi come from him line. Him are the one him come from Yahawashi come from Fim seed. So it basically say yo the father of Yahawashi in other words, right? Who is called and they start describe Yahawashi, who is called Amashiach, the anointed, right? And as you say, yo, the first part I said of men who father children. So basically it tell us say yo, who Joseph, the husband of Mary, who fathered Yahawashi. The basic letter say it plainly tell us say Yahawashi, it tells say Joseph are the father of Yahawashi plainly in this sentence, but because how it's structured in the English, you other things say yo, him being the father of Yahawashi is not mentioned here. Because it come right after the part where say yo, the husband of Mary, of whom was born Yahawashi. So them put the of whom was born and attribute it unto Mary, when really and truly it's attributed to Joseph, right? Now, if you go down, the after you look up the definition and scroll down, you see other scriptures where this strong is used, and we show that it can be. I'm sure an instant we apply unto women now, because the definition give you two variation. Tell you that fathers who of men who father children, also say of women who basically bring forth children, right? It says, but the Luke 1 and 13, but the angel said unto him, fear not, Zacharias, for thy prayer is heard, and thy wife Elizabeth shall bear. So it shows say, oh, this is Elizabeth is the subject, and the verb was about she will bring forth a son. So of her is born a son. So as well say it can be both attributed to men and women, but the reason why it is attributed unto David in that sentence is because Joseph is the subject of the sentence, right? Another example, Luke 1 and 57, it says, and now Elizabeth full time came that she should be delivered, and she brought forth a son. Exactly. So there it attributed unto a man again. But if we show of a woman again, Slakia. Now if we show other parts in the scriptures where it attributes unto men, this is Matthew 1 and 18, and Asa begot Josaphat, and Josaphat begot Oram, and Joram begot Ozias, right? So all of this I tell us basically the man begot the son. So it basically tell us Asa who fathered Josaphat, and Josaphat who fathered Joram, and Joram who fathered Ozias, right? So down here when they say and the husband of Mary who of whom was born Yahawashi, it basically I tell us say him begot Yahawashi. Probably the Bible instruction passage and basically Masoretes and Esau being the devil just put the word born there instead of begot. When I read the whole of this chapter coming down, where the point stop at the verse 16, why them never put begot up, since it had show relation of both the father and going to the father, but this are Esau being the devil, because all the word begot coming down are the same Strong's word. So what them do is them throwing the word born instead of begot to help push the whole virgin birth idea and try to throw brothers off, seeing as how it come after the part where it's the husband of Mary, right? So that is a straight cut for the virgin birth. Now for help solidify the point, this is Jeremiah 16 verse 3, and the brother Kabash from our camp years ago, I think probably over 2-3 years ago, he basically they show me the scripture, and it helped with this lesson. This is Jeremiah 16 verse 3. For it does say Yahweh concerning the sons and concerning the daughters that are born in this place, right? And we look up the word born, you get the Strong's H3205, right? I'll go back to it. It says, and concerning their mothers that bear them, right? Now, when you look up the word bear, the same Strong's H3205, right? And it basically the Hebrew word yalad, right? And it says to bear, to bring forth, beget, gender, travail, to bear, to bring forth of childbirth, distress, right? So basically, it says cause, to help, to bring forth, to assist and tend as a midwife. So even depending upon the context of the sentence, a midwife can bear children, mean them help bring it forth, whether them get pregnant for the husband, cause the wife could bring forth children, or if them literally assist in the labor process of helping the mother to bring the wife to bring forth the child, right? Also to beget, right, of children, right? So there you have it. Now continuing the precept, it says concerning the mothers that bear them, we'll just read the definition for that, and concerning the fathers that begot them, right? And this is the Strong's H3209. So you can see say how them have similar relations, and the word is Yawalad, right? From the passive form right here, Yalad, right? So as you say, go back to the first scripture, and this is the way it says. It says born. You see, adjective born, right? And he says Joshua 5 and 5. As a matter of fact, Exodus 1 and 22 that I've heard, it says, and fear charge all these people, saying, every son that is born he shall cast into the river, and every daughter shall he save alive. So, and that shows say, and this I do with the man, right? So even as much as it says in a Matthew, look, it says, just repeat, it says, and concerning their fathers that begot them in this land. And the word begot, when I look up in this definition, right, it tells you that it's born. And the same thing with Matthew 1. It says the husband of Mary, of whom was born Yahawashi. And as we say, the same Strongs are used as the word begot. And the whole chapter come down, and then when you reach right here, so the devils them change it to the word born. It's true of brothers here, but see, come back here in the Hebrew when it apply unto fathers that begot children, the Hebrew word there, H3209, the word there is born, of whom was born, right? So to read it back, Jeremiah, it says, for thus saith the Lord concerning the sons and daughters that are born in this place, and concerning their mothers that bear them, and concerning their fathers that begot them, right? So the mothers that brought them forth, and the fathers that fathered them, right? Because the definition telling in the New Testament of men who fathered children, and of the fathers that fathered them in this land, meaning the father that they were born of, the lineage, right? Man's seed where them come from, right? So there you have it, right? Hope this was edifying unto brothers, simple and to the point. So with that, we like to say all praises to Yahawashi, Yahawashi, double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and shalom to the brothers in the highways and byways, pushing this word now sincerity and truth. Shalom.